Tonight, I thought it would be fun to talk a little bit about two movies that I watched this past weekend, as well as a perfume, just for fun. But these are the two movies that we watched. They are DVDs that I checked out from the library. I'm lucky that I have access to a library with a really great collection of films, and I've had the chance to watch a lot of new movies as well as revisit movies that I've seen before. So I checked out number one, David Lynch's Mulholland Drive. Ooh, an owl just made a noise outside. That was a little bit spooky. So Mulholland Drive and Drive. Can't see the D, but D-R-I-V-E with Ryan Gosling. Some of the features on the fronts are covered by these library stickers. So I thought it was fun that both movies are set in Los Angeles and both have the word drive in them. Drive, Mulholland Drive. Mulholland Drive I've seen a few times before, so I knew what I was getting myself into. A maniacal thrill, one of the year's best maniacal thrill. This is one of my favorite movies. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's not like anything I've seen before. Naomi Watts' portrayal of the characters it's really amazing. She's a great actress. And every time I watch this movie, I have really intense dreams when I sleep that night. David Lynch is definitely one of my favorite directors, and I was sad when he passed away recently, a couple weeks ago. I'll just read some of these, some of the commentary listed here on the back. Winner, Best Director at the 2001 Cannes Film Festival. Hypnotic. It's beautiful, twisting, dangerous, and addictive. Gets inside your head and stays there. It's definitely true for me. I'm not going to talk about the whole plot of the film. I think I would get pretty lost, and it would take maybe 2 hours to really get into all the twists and turns of this plot. But I will say that it's set in Los Angeles, primarily in Hollywood. There's actresses, directors, film industry type of characters. It's very haunting. I love the scene when Naomi Watts' character walks into this shoot. It's a set that this director is shooting for a film. They lock eyes, and the camera work and the music, it's just really evocative and memorable. So this was super fun to rewatch. I also noticed in here, I'll try to open this quietly. There are these little clues. David Lynch's 10 clues to unlocking this thriller, which I had never seen before. I won't read all of them, but one of them is who gives a key and why. Where is Aunt Ruth? Notice appearances of the red lampshade. And then it has some stills on the side from the movie. I love David Lynch's whole blonde brunette thing that he plays with. I feel like he kind of uses that imagery in Lost Highway as well, another one of his films. She's also an amazing actress. I forget her name, but my boyfriend was reading some Wikipedia pages after we finished the movie and learned that she was crowned Miss America, and it shed this fun light on her, imagining her in pageants and wearing the sash and tiara. So this is the actual disc. Oh, that's really cool. It has just the sign. What a great image. So that was really fun. Today I was also watching some behind the scenes footage of Mulholland Drive when it was being filmed. Specifically, one of the scenes inside a diner. I think in the movie the diner is called Winky's, but the actual location had a different name. But just getting to see some of that footage of how they set up each scene so carefully really reminded me how intense of a process it must be to film an entire movie when you're thinking about each shot, where everything goes, how to cue a certain movement, or, for example, in one of the scenes at the diner, the restaurant worker drops a big pile of dishes just to orchestrate that. It's just one short moment in the film, but it really struck me when I was watching that behind the scenes footage. So, anyways, I loved watching this. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. Get some popcorn and maybe some tea or a glass of wine or something. Something fun to watch or to eat and drink while you're watching it. It's a pretty long movie, but for me it goes by quickly. This was actually my first time seeing Drive, even though I was very familiar with the premise and the imagery, the soundtrack, but I'd never seen it. And I've been watching a lot of Vanderpump Rules this year. It's kind of how I started the year. And there's a little plot point in Vanderpump where the movie Drive comes up. So when I was watching that, I thought, oh, that's funny. I've never seen Drive. I should check it out. And my boyfriend recently watched another movie with Ryan Gosling that he really liked. So I thought it would be fun for us to watch it together. And I loved it. It was super fun. I liked the style, the cohesive style that it maintains. His character is kind of like a cowboy. My boyfriend was saying he doesn't speak, he doesn't have a lot of lines. He's very quiet, straight-faced. He's a great actor in this too. But he has a very magnetic quality throughout the film, and there's definitely some violence, romance, Los Angeles. I think a good part of it is set like in the valley, as he mentions that he works at a car shop in Reseda, or on Reseda Boulevard, which is in the valley. I loved the cinematography of this too. The light is really warm and glowy, a little bit dreamlike even, which kind of allows you to suspend some disbelief. And let's look at the back. Carey Mulligan is also a character, main character in this movie, playing opposite Ryan Gosling. She's playing a very young mother, and I thought she was good. Her character was a little bit funny because, well, it wasn't as believable for me to see this kind of British looking woman in the like gritty Los Angeles setting, but I liked her acting still. So these are some of the stills from the movie. This up here says, brilliant. You can get buzzed just from the fumes coming off this wild thing. I love too that his character doesn't have a name in this movie. His name is just the driver. It was really fun to watch, very suspenseful, good soundtrack. I think it came out in 2011. And yeah, I don't want to say too much about it in case anyone hasn't seen it, but it was a fun pairing to watch these two. I we watched Drive first, and then we watched Mulholland Drive. So that's it for the movies. I don't know why I pulled out this perfume. I think I just wanted to talk a little bit about a perfume. So I was kind of trying to think what would be a perfume that pairs with these two films maybe, or that reminds me of some of the feel or themes in these. So I picked out Lust by the brand Lush, or by the company Lush. Lust by Lush. This is a solid perfume. I don't really have long nails right now, so I can't tap it. But it's a little container like this. I've had it for a long time, maybe 5 years or so. And what made me think of Lust and these movies is that this is a jasmine scent. And when I think of Los Angeles and like the summertime, the hot sidewalk mixed with really lush jasmine, it brings back a lot of memories of being with my friends or walking around in Los Angeles in the summertime. Just kind of the landscape and how it feels. And the name is pretty apt as well, especially for Mulholland Drive. But it really, to me, this smells like a bright, juicy, almost jasmine, like a bush of jasmine. It's pure jasmine, even though I think there's other notes in here, but I think that's minimal notes. So it's kind of like the consistency of a lip balm. Oh, wow. It's very intense jasmine. I didn't realize that jasmine was like a polarizing scent until I was reading some of the reviews of this on Fragrantica. I thought, oh, everyone likes jasmine. It's such a beautiful smell. But to some, it smells different. It smells a little bit indolic. Indolic is the word that people use. But to me, it just smells like such a natural scent. And it brings back, very vivid memories, so I love it. And that concludes this little movie perfume pairing. Let me know if you have seen Mulholland Drive, or have tried Lust, the perfume, have any opinions. I'd love to hear anyone's thoughts, especially on Mulholland Drive. It's one of the movies that I love getting into rabbit holes on Reddit, looking at people's theories, so